Welcome. Today we speak about balance and some advice to improve our balance and to be more consistent with it. So what I will often hear, and this is the case for me as well, is that people feel like they are inconsistent with their balance. Like one day it's like this and another day you're not able to do any of the things you usually can. And I feel that way too. It's definitely, it's not like balance is not one thing, right? It's like a lot of things going on in your body in terms of timing, coordination, and all of that. So I do believe that it's one of those things that can truly vary based on other factors of your life and how you're feeling and all of that. But I will present to you maybe about five advices to improve your general balance and also to be more consistent. So the first advice I have is to truly understand that balance is more about grounding than it is about flying away. And what I mean by that, you can conceptualize it by thinking about the jump. If you were to jump, you would charge the jump by grounding into the floor or into the ground and then actively kicking and pushing into the floor to jump up in the air. So the same thing as you come to a balance, let's say you're lifting your leg, it's more about pushing down to extend out in space. And this takes some time to understand, but you will see me in my classes. Usually when I start a balancing sequence, I will start by doing some what I would consider to be grounding exercises. And that is precisely to get you in touch with the idea that to come off that other leg or whatever it is, I have to push down into the floor. It's not about thinking up. That's kind of when we tend to tense up and fall over. So another advice that is often given is about fixing your gaze on one spot as you come to a balance. And I think that is definitely good advice. I would say that I would add to that though, that I would fix my gaze on one spot to allow myself to introvert my gaze and therefore not be so external and seeking, but pulling my attention to the inside of the body. And then it's easier also to maintain a posture that is closer to the center line of your body, right? So you want to fix your gaze not just because, but because you're actually not looking at that point. You're looking inside of you and you're working internally. Another way of kind of changing your perception of what balance is to understand that it's not really about being static. It's not about, lifting your leg and staying there like a statue. It's more so about minimizing movements, I would say. So we're always in balance, right? Or in or off of balance. Our body is constantly rearranging as we change shape. And when we feel that we're off balance, we feel as if we're falling, right? So the only difference when we're doing something that we perceive as or that we feel is more challenging is just precisely that we feel like we're falling more easily. But it's still about movement. So I would say that if you come off of your legs or on one leg, to rather than to aim to be a statue, you would want to, keep the motion and keep being alive in the position, and then rather work on minimizing those movements and pulling them just closer and closer to your center until you will look very still, but you'll never be still. Obviously, we never are completely still, right? So that's also another way to look at it. Another thing that I like to say in my classes is that you are allowed to use all of your body. And what I mean by that, again, is that we do tend to come up and then try to just stay. And when we feel like we're losing balance, we just put our foot down and we come down and we try again. Da, 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 da. Oh, and you fall down. Rather than doing that, if you want to improve your timing, let's say, or your balance, you want to come up, and then as you feel yourself falling, use your body, okay? Catch yourself. See if you can, balance it out with something else, whatever it is, but use all of you to try to catch yourself and maybe even come back to the original position. Or if you're not able to, you can always put your foot down. But you kind of know how far you could take it by doing that, and you're training your body to more swiftly rearrange to catch your balance again. The last tip I have for you is when you come out of the balance, again, as I was saying, we tend to do this thing where we're in balance, when we feel ourselves falling, we just put our foot down and we kind of just, boom, we come out of it like that. I would say you always want to aim, at least as you're working on it, you want to aim to be very slow as you come down. Because you want to, first of all, you want to notice where it is that it's hard for you, where you feel like, oh, I'm losing my balance, so you know where you can work on it. But also you're just training yourself again to rearrange as you go, rather than just literally falling out of it. Because then you worked on your balance here, but you didn't work on your balance here, 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 here. You know what I'm saying? I hope this video was helpful to you. I'll see you here next time. Ciao.